gorgeous Taurus. Welcome to your twin flame reading for mid-September 2022. So we're looking at that kind of mid period in September, my darling Taurus. We've just come out of a Pisces full moon, so we're still in that energy. And what we've got happening during the month of September is obviously in Virgo season. We've also got Venus in Virgo as well. So we've got that heavy earthy energy as well, my darling Taurus. So you are probably enjoying that energy, but of course, as always, a little bit too much earth sometimes can get a bit heavy for everybody. On top of all of that, we've got Mercury retrograding at the moment as well. So that's just adding to that energy of that instability and a bit of that push-pull. We often see with Mercury retrograde is when our exes start messaging us, they're thinking of us, they try and reach out, they try and rekindle the relationship. So it's absolutely a very interesting energy at the moment, particularly from a twin flame perspective. So what I want to do is just tap into the energy of both you and your twin flame as we go into this reading, and then I'll draw a few oracle cards and we'll just tap into the energy generally and go from there, my darling Taurus. Okay, spirits guys, what's the energy around darling Taurus as we go into mid-September with the twin flame energy here? And I feel like you've been through a lot, Taurus. I've got a bit of a like a heart-achy feeling straight away here. Very, let's see. Yeah, I really am. I'm going to say, have you recently had an interaction with your twin flame that you're feeling not good about, almost like, and these messages will resonate for some people, others not, but I feel like there's been a recent interaction that you're feeling really down about, that you wish had gone a bit more smoothly. We've got the Two of Pentacles there, and that is that swinging back and forth between that. I've got this real sense of, yeah. So you've got the transformation card, which is the death card. It's this change is happening, and you feel like there's no turning back. You know when you have that interaction with somebody and you go, oh, hang on a minute, it's gone too far. And I've got the Seven of Wands here. The thing with the Seven of Wands is that you will be triumphant in this situation. It's interesting, a lot of people misconstrue this Seven of Wands energy as being, you know, some kind of fighting, etc., etc. But it's actually you have been forced into a situation you didn't want to have to come up into this kind of being a bit more forceful than you would probably like, my darling Taurus. We've got Sage of Flames here. So again, there's this Wands energy here, right? And this is the King of Wands energy. I wonder if this person is a fire sign. Let's look at their energy. Well, we've got Five of Flames. And that really, again, as I said, feeds into that energy for someone who's watching. I feel like there's been some kind of disagreement recently. Very recent, in fact. Okay? So I want to just drill down into that energy a bit more with both of you. We've got the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you are kind of longing for a bit of stability here, Taurus, and you're not quite sure what to do next with this energy, which you will not. But the High Priestess, so yes, you are. I know you are wanting to like really tap into your intuition. You're not sure what's the right thing to do. You've got the Five of Pentacles, and look, this has come up in a few twin flame readings. It's quite interesting. I almost feel like when I see this card, it's like your heart is in a cage and it can't get out. It's like, oh, it's this feeling of you want to let go of this person, but you can't. It's like your heart belongs to them, and you can't let go. You're waiting for them to come back. There's this sense of longing and waiting. It's really quite an emotional energy here, darling Taurus. Like, I can almost quite feel that heavy energy around you. And got the Eight of Wands. I almost feel like this Eight of Wands here is like this. Something's going to happen more quickly than what you think. Let's tap into the energy here. I'm going to hold that. Tap into the energy around your twin flame here. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like there's a renewal. There's a starting of something new here. We've got the Four of Cups. Definitely that energy of they've kind of gone within. And I feel with this the Ace of Pentacles is kind of this message coming through is this, it's this heaviness of this Virgo season and everything like that. That heavy earth energy has maybe not gone too well for them. Just from that influential, you know, we've got to remember people have different influences around them as well too. I feel like they're the kind of person that has some things from their past that they're perhaps they're not talking to you about, darling Taurus. I feel there's a sense of reserved energy around them. What Judgment there? I feel like they may not have as high self-esteem as what you think. We've got Seven of Wands there, right? And you had that Seven of Wands energy there. I feel like they feel that this, it's almost like Seven of Wands energy for you and Seven of Wands energy for them. It's kind of like they feel like they can't make you happy. It's really, I almost feel this kind of similar energy here with these two red curtains either side in the background. It's almost like, get this kind of red flag, like they're almost looking for red flags, like they can't believe this. It's like both of you maybe even looking at red flags in different ways. And the thing is that when we have these intense relationships, we think we want to pursue it and we want to ultimately be with this person. But sometimes it's the actual interaction itself is the lesson that we're meant to have. And we've got here the Fool, this kind of starting over energy there. I think there's a big reset that kind of needs to happen with this relationship during the month of September. I still want to tap into this energy here around your twin flame. I feel some interesting energy around them, darling Taurus. And we've got Queen of Wands. So I'm wondering, because we have this Wands energy here too, I'm wondering if they are a fire sign and they're finding that earthiness. You know, sometimes we blame ourselves and it's like, well, it's just astrologically just not a good time for some of those signs, right? It's quite heavy for them. And if you start being all kind of, why can't you do things my way, or why can't we settle down, or whatever it is, they can get quite restless. But the Emperor and the Two of Pentacles, I really feel it's that choice there. They feel like there's big expectations on them to be this kind of really solid person, and I just don't feel that they're kind of able to do that at the moment. It's kind of like that that Death card, that the way things work kind of have to be let go of in order to move forward. It's a positive thing, right? And I feel like these things that have happened where your heart feels hurt needs to be dealt with as well. I'm going to pull a few oracle cards here just to tap into that energy, and then we'll move into the second part of the reading, beautiful Taurus. Spirits and guides, what's the energy between Taurus And the twin flame, please. Spirits and guides, what's the energy here between Taurus and twin flame? Now, there's some, okay, there's real restraint here. Spirits and guides, what is the energy here between Taurus and their twin flame? Okay, I'm going to take this one. There's two. That's really weird. I feel like there's two here. Yes, there is. That's really strange. What have we got? Sensual Awakening and Heaven. I feel like this has been too much for this person to deal with. It's too intense. And it's almost like this, it's like a vortex. They want to get sucked into it. They want to let go, but sometimes with the intensity that's coming through Taurus, they can't separate the fact that it's the push-pull energy between the two of you. They're personalizing it onto you, and it's kind of that thing of, it's that mirroring type thing that happens with that twin flame energy, right? Because you're both having separate experiences, but you see so much of yourself in each other. And it's kind of that really, once that separation happens, if there's been this altercation, as I feel that there has been, it's that, well, if I go back and we reconnect, is it going to be as intense, or was it just passion? Like, I feel this kind of, almost like they're going over and over in their head about what that actually means for them. I want to draw a few more cards, and then I'll go into these deeper meanings here on these two cards for you, darling Taurus. Spirits and guides, just a bit more of that. What is expected to happen in September between Taurus and their twin flame, right? Okay. I've got the Ten of Wands. It's that really weighty energy. I'm not sure where this person is going to get to in September. I'm really not, I feel like they've got, it's almost like they're weighing themselves down here. I've got the Hierophant. I feel like they're going to withdraw. I see the moon there, and I see that keeping an eye out in that next moon cycle. I always talk about this because that is when we are, and you've got the Ten of Pentacles here. And that's what I feel. I feel like with these two tens, it's like cyclical, right? They have to go through this cycle, and you've got this cyclical nature here. You've got that transition card. It's almost like this circular motion. It needs to go full circle. And I almost think, darling Taurus, if you are the person that's had this altercation here, as I mentioned in the beginning, I would almost see this as like a no contact period where it's okay to leave that person in peace. And in fact, it's almost like this is an opportune time with that earthy energy is to go within. I feel like this Ten of Pentacles here is a good sign for you, but it's very important to have that time apart because this person is quite weighed down with this at the moment. Let's look at these oracle card meanings for you. So if the numbers are important to you, it's 64, and this one is card 70. Okay, so 64 is Sensual Awakening. Within the sacred temple of your body, your soul experiences the vast buffet of life made manifest. Your sensuality is a way for your soul to express appreciation, pleasure, and joy. Your sensuality is much like your creative energy. It needs to be expressed regularly, otherwise it can become muffled and under a fuzz of too much thinking. You are being called to experience your sensual nature again. You are beautiful and vivid, striking and appealing. Allow your sensual appreciation for yourself and others to flow and enjoy this unique experience of being a soul awakening in a body awakening. It's all love. This oracle brings you guidance that your sensual nature needs to play and doesn't require an external lover to do so. Though that is one way, of course. It can be expressed through massage, creating art, spending time in nature, swimming, dancing mindfully, feeling the sun or air on your skin, drinking aromatic tea or taking a bath. Play with what feels good for you and enjoy the indulgence. It will bring you renewed energy, and apart from that, it's fun. I dare not touch my heart's desire that sings a melody so still and lights within a yearning fire, a void that alone you can feel. I cannot say how my heart aches, nor speak the words as embers burn. Such blessings come to those who wait, a love that asks naught in return. An open soul a risk must bear, to love without restriction held, to reach another level where two embraced as one are meld. To taste surrender's nectar sweet, the piercing through the well so thin, and bathe in joy as tears release, a promised dance begins again. And Taurus, it's kind of that message around when we look to just one source of pleasure in our life, it almost ruins it, in the sense of it's the coming away and going back is what gives that light and shadow, and that way of seeing things from a different perspective. And it's that there are other ways to enjoy life's pleasures and take that time away is just as helpful as being with that person, right? Is the message coming through. Then you've got 70, which is heaven. You are meant to live heaven now, not later, not sometime after you die. What use is this life and body if not to live heaven now? Look for the mad divine genius in all that is, especially the puzzling parts of your life that make you scratch your head or tear your hair or scrunch up your face and scream in frustration. These are the places in which the divine is saying, here, heaven is hiding, let's unveil it together. Let me show you, let me unveil your own mad divine genius right here. Look for heaven even in hiding. It will not withhold itself for you for long. It wants to be known by you. This oracle brings you a special message. The enlightener is calling you to move more and more, and to do more. More divinity, more love, more acceptance, more embrace of life itself. There is no limit in what is being offered to you from the divine lover calling to you, the beloved. Rejoice and know that the dance of love between you and the divine is a removing of the veils of illusion one at a time, until you behold each other naked and true, finally to discover that you are each other and you are love. The sky ablaze with morning light on silver wings of birds in flight, in gratitude a tear released, a knowingness embraced at peace. She speaks to those that gaze below, ancestral wings which call my soul, to open hearts and soar above. In all the winds await this love. And it is, again, this message to you, my darling, is around that you have these elements inside of you, right? You can feel this love and this energy. You are not disconnected from this person, even if you are apart from them, okay? So I just draw a few more cards just to close out the reading today for you, my darling Taurus. I want to tap into the energy of what you can expect towards the end of September, and also I'll draw a couple of oracle cards to close out the reading for you today. There we go. Okay, so we've got Temperance. And it's around that alchemy. Temperance is around that alchemy, and some things are just simply, they're things that we have to go through to kind of, it's how you make gold. You refine it and refine it and refine it and refine it. And I really get that energy at the moment of, even though that there's been this interaction, and I feel this really quite withholding energy from your twin flame here, that the cycle will happen over the next month, and I'll do a follow-up reading in the next week or two, just so we can tap into that energy towards the end of September. But I feel like there is this message coming through to you about you tapping into yourself first and enjoying yourself, and then that will attract in your twin flame to reach out to you. I wouldn't be surprised if they still message you, but I would be keeping in mind that holding on to your energy until you're getting back from them what you are actually looking for. So let's close out with a couple of oracle cards for you, my darling Taurus. And here we go. I can't resist that one, can I? Okay, and I'm not sure. See, now there seems to be like this vibrancy and energy now coming out of this reading. Isn't it funny? Like, Taurus, I feel like you have the energy in this relationship at the moment. There's something that's going on for this other person. We've got Seek. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. Reach out. We know you are reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support is so much about the physical act of accepting help when it is offered, and it's also about the emotional benefits and learning that it's truly okay to accept support, however it's presented to you. And that's the thing, beautiful Taurus. As I said before, this other person's energy right now, if they are not opening up to you and you aren't getting from them what you need, it's that reflecting back and thinking, is this the right connection right now for you? And we've got surrender to miracles. And I love this card. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. And it's like I said before, I feel like we've got to go through another moon cycle before this is resolved effectively, the way that you want to hear from this person. And it's okay to have that time out. I know that anxious feeling comes and you want to hear from that person, but that person is, that energy from them is that cyclical transition. They have to go through something first before they can reach out to you in an effective way, I feel, at this point in time, beautiful Taurus. Okay, if you've made it to this far in the reading, thank you so much for honouring me with your space today. I truly appreciate the time that you have spent here. And my darling, as always, if you like this reading, please pop a like below. And if you want to be updated on what's going to happen here from this cyclic perspective, subscribe and you'll get an updated reading in the following week. Okay, my darling Taurus, as always, please take care and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.